Hey guys, I'm Cliff.
And I'm Karen.
And today we're going to talk to you about how to correctly use ever and never.
So, a lot of people learning English get confused about how and when to use these words. Ever and never are both adverbs, but they have very specific ways in which they are used. We often use ever and never with the present perfect tense to talk about past experiences, about something that has or hasn't happened at any time before.
For example, I might say, I have never seen Titanic.
What? Are you serious? Titanic is the best movie ever! What have you been doing with your life?
Whoa, take it easy. I was just giving our friends an example. I think I've seen it once.
Oh, phew! I thought I might have to unfriend you if you've never seen Titanic before. So, back to the lesson. Ever means at any time. It's mainly used in questions. We do not use ever to answer questions affirmatively. Perhaps you've heard or read somewhere that it's okay to say, I have ever done something. But that's Old English, and we don't use ever like that anymore.
So, I can't say, I have ever seen Titanic?
No. You have to say, I have seen Titanic. We can use always, though, for actions that we do all the time. And in negative sentences, we can use never. Let's take a look.
So maybe you want to ask a question like, have you ever been to Din Tai Fung? Meaning at least one time in the past.
Let's say we want to answer this question in the affirmative. Answer, yes I have, which means I have visited Din Tai Fung at least once before, or yes, I always go to Din Tai Fung when I'm in Taipei, which means all the time when I visit Taipei.
And what about the negative case?
So in the negative, you can answer, no, I have never been to Din Tai Fung, which means not even once before, or no, I have never ever been to Din Tai Fung, which means not even once before and not in the future.
And what do you mean by never ever?
You can use never ever to emphasize the sense of not even once. However, be careful. This type of sentence is very strong and also has the sense of not even once and I would not ever want to.
So I could say, I have never ever seen Titanic and I never ever want to?
You could say that, sure. But you should probably get your head checked if that's the way you feel.
Are there any other situations where we'd want to use ever?
Well, there are some compound expressions. Ever is used to mean always in situations like
his ever-loving mother, evergreen grass. Ever also means always in forever, ever since, and similar expressions like I have loved Titanic ever since I watched it.
And ever is used to express negative ideas after words like nobody and hardly. For example, nobody ever helps me. We hardly ever visit them.
What about ever in questions? And I think I've heard it used to talk about the best or worst situations. Is that right?
Yes. Ever is common after superlatives in questions and affirmative and negative sentences to say something is the best or the worst, such as
what's the worst thing you've ever eaten? And Rome is the most beautiful city I've ever been to in the world.
And ever is also used with the first time for first experiences. For example, this is the first time I've ever watched Titanic, and it's the best movie I've ever seen. Now, the word ever is not essential in any of these questions or statements. It simply intensifies the verb or adjective it modifies, suggesting a strength of feeling about the subject.
And what about never?
Well, never is a bit more limited.
If you look at our first example, never means the subject hasn't had a certain experience before. Have you ever been abroad? No, I've never been abroad, meaning I've never had that experience before.
Never can also be used in negative questions to show surprise that the person you're talking to has never had a certain experience before. Have you never seen Titanic? Seriously?
Wow, Karen, you're a real grammar rock star. I learned a lot today. I'll never ever forget this. Anyways, we hope this video helps. Leave us a comment below and like and follow us on Facebook to get all of our updates. And if you want to watch more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. See you next time!